It's Claudia here from Holistically Forward, and I have your messages from the Fae for the week starting Monday the 5th, right through to Sunday the 11th of March 2018. I'm just going to give it a couple of minutes for more people to join. Hi, Charlie. I think you've joined. Hope you're well. And today I wanted to tell you a bit more about the moon and the moon phases. And at the moment, we have the waning moon, which means the illumination of the moon is decreasing. It's getting smaller. And on Friday, the 9th of March, the moon is in her third quarter at halfway point between the full moon and the new moon, and she is waning, which means we can do more releasing as we can do on the full moon. This whole time now when the moon is waning means we can really purge ourselves from anything that we don't need anymore, from anything that is stopping us moving forward. And when she's at her halfway point, it's a very, very good time for taking responsibility for our own lives and to really go within and say, okay, is this belief system still, something that works for me, or isn't it? And then purging it and really rearranging everything we think and we feel, and then just letting everything go. Oh, Charlie, it's great that you're here live. Thank you for watching. Now, this week, for the card of the week, I am working with the Germanic oracle cards of the gods, or the oracle cards of the Germanic gods. And they're a really beautiful deck by Phoenix. I don't know if he has them out in English now. The last time I checked, they were just out in German, but they really are a stunning deck, because he's an artist, and you can really tell there's a lot of work has gone into this. And our card of the week is the Wild Hunt. And there it is, the Wild Hunt. Can you see that? Okay, there is a boar right down here at the bottom. There are some dogs at either side. Then there is a horse in the middle, and then there's Woden riding the horse, and at the top is an eagle. And this is the Wild Hunt. This is Woden's Wild Hunt. Now, this Wild Hunt swept through the land in the coldest and darkest part of the year, when ferocious winds and storms howled over the land. So this time of year, especially here in Scotland, hi Vivian, this time of year, especially here in Scotland, when it was very cold and we had big storms bringing in a lot of snow, this really came to pass here, the Wild Hunt. Now, the leader of this Wild Hunt is this fella here. And in this picture, he's called Woden. Now, this is Odin's shadow side. The god Odin, that's his shadow side, Woden. And he's riding through the land. And for our week, this means that he personifies the pure, unbridled rage, anger, and aggression that frightens so many people, but is a sign of being fully alive, because everything has two sides. So there's the happy side, but there's also the angry side. Where there's love, there is anger and frustration. And this really brings it out very, very clearly. See, anger and rage is a quality that our society tends to dismiss as primitive and uncivilized, when it is really something that is within us and that is um, a very primal urge. It's a very primary emotion that we need to feel and let out, obviously in constructive ways and not, as blowouts. But this happens when we never allow ourselves to feel anger and to criticize others. We tend to explode, and horrible, nasty things happen that we don't really want. But it's because we try to suppress it and keep it within that it then just blows out and blows up, and that's no good for anyone. Also, if we keep our anger inside, intense, or it can cause physical and mental disorders, and it's actually dangerous to our health, as when we constantly suppress our anger, we inadvertently direct it onto ourselves. So it's something that we need to start looking at and really dealing with. I know, especially in spirituality, there's a lot of this, or you transcend anger, you raise your vibration, and anger is negative or lower vibration, and you lift yourself up above it. But because it is actually a primary emotion, that's not necessarily so. The more we suppress it, the more we want rid of it, and we sort of really stick it into ourselves, the more it goes against ourselves and our body and our health. So letting anger out is really something for all of us to consider. And by letting it out, I mean, I don't know, you could start doing physical exercises, like, some people run, some people box, some people, I don't know, do judo and karate and stuff like that. In any way you can get it out of your system without causing harm to yourself or others, that is really the way forward. And for our week, it also means that it's time to wake up. It's time to shake off our victim mentality and to put our foot down and to tell people around us, listen, this is who I am. This is what I am. This is how I want to be treated. And I want you to hear me, because letting others know how we feel is important. Because if we don't tell them, they don't know. So when we start talking with others, without pointing the finger of blame, that's very important when we let out constructive anger, is by just saying, I want you to listen to me, I want you to hear me, and then tell them your feelings and your needs, because that's important. Because if you don't look after yourself and speak up for yourself, no one else is going to do that. And that's what this card of the week means for all of us. To tell those around us our desires, our wishes, our feelings, and our needs. All right. And now for our reading of the week. I'm working with the Mystic Fairy Tarot by Linda Ravenscroft and Barbara Moore. I love the Fairy Tarot. It's a beautiful, beautiful deck. And for our reading of the week, the first card is what will help all of us. The second card is what may hinder all of us if we let it. And the third card is drawn for our unrealized potential. What is there within us that we can draw on? And the first card is to help all of us. That is the Ten of Pentacles. And that means that if you're not happy with your current situation, Well, then take a look at your actions and choices and how they have affected it, as that will then really show you very clearly what you can do to change it. And then again, if you are happy with your current situation, enjoy it and work at keeping it that way. Oh, Vivian, I wanted to tell you that your beautiful new King Arthur, it looks so gorgeous and lovely. I'm so happy for you. But this is what will help all of us. If you're not happy with your situation, look at what you can do to change it. And if you are happy with your current situation, then make sure you work at keeping it that way. And what may hinder all of us this week, there we have the star. And the star this time means that it's not time to rest, because the star is all about resting and taking your time and just wishing for everything to be better. But it's not time to rest. It's not time to wish. It's time for action. You make your life good. So it's time for you to sort of, pull yourself up and get going. And the third card is our unrealized potential. And there we have the Five of Pentacles. Now this fairy is looking a bit sad and down in the dumps there. And that means that this waning moon will help us purge old belief systems, and allowing yourself to get angry actually helps you realize that you have been hiding behind your victim mentality, and that it's now time for you to pull yourself up and look at ways you can improve it. Okay, now let me try and recap this. On Friday, the 9th of March, we have the half moon, the waning moon, the third quarter. And it's a really good time to purge old belief systems and to really let go of things that no longer serve us. And our card of the week is the Wild Hunt. It's getting to grips with anger. You don't have to transcend anger. You don't have to raise your vibration and leave anger behind, because anger is a primary emotion. It is within us. It's what makes us strong, what helps us, to really go out there and make things happen. That is all fueled by this emotion of anger that we just so dismiss as being, as being something that is primitive and uncivilized, when it really isn't at all, because it helps us be alive. It helps us move forward. It is the fuel that we need to move to move on and our lives become better. When we start accepting that that is what anger can do for us, we can use it in really constructive ways. When we get past this belief that anger is a negative emotion or a lower vibration, then we can really make it work for us, and it will really help us get our life on track. All right, now, what can help all of us this week? If you don't like where you're at, use the fuel you have. Allow yourself to get angry, and then you can change where you're at. And if you do like where you're at this moment in time, use this fuel to work at keeping it that way. What may hinder us is if we just let things be and rest. It's time to get going. It's time to start acting. No more resting. It's time to start acting. And our unrealized potential is to realize all this, what anger can do for us, and to realize that we've been hiding behind our victim mentality. And now it's time to pull ourselves up and just look for ways that we can improve everything we wish to improve. All right, that was it for this week. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for joining me live here, Charlie and Vivian. And I hope I've inspired you to take charge of your life for next week. And I will see you again the same time, same place, next Sunday at 4 p.m. UK time. And tomorrow and every day of the week at about midday UK time with our Angel of the Day. So until either tomorrow or next week, I'll see you then. Have a beautiful week, everyone. Until tomorrow. Bye. Mwah.